Hello Hermanta, this is CALLAN here from the Thongsook program with the video to accompany the week teaching vocabulary 120210. This is the video to accompany the 10 essay, or rather 10 worksheet examples along with the accompanying essay. So I've chosen 3 worksheets, but first of all I'm just going to give a rundown of what the worksheets would do and why I chose them. The 10 worksheets are suitable for intermediate to advanced level learners. They cover previously learned vocabulary, paying attention to aspects of the learning at that stage. Most if not all the worksheets would be ideal for pair or group work. They reinforce antonyms, synonyms, test word meanings. They also cover team related words in the form of word mazes, and there is some association games included in there as well. The use and practice of reported speech, matching pictorial symbols with definitions, identifying and choosing items, and stating reasons for their usage. So that's just them in a nutshell. The nature of the worksheets, they are meant to be used both as an opportunity for revision as well as an ongoing learning process. Again, they are group work. They're supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be competitive. At least some of them are. I'm just going to jump straight into some of the examples. Worksheet 1. Worksheet 1. It's a correct definition exercise. Students test students' connotation, comprehension. It contains some words that students are familiar with because they're pre-taught, yet they also come across words that they're going to have to use a dictionary for. They'll work in groups, as I say. It'll help them reproduce known language. Having access to a dictionary and working together will help them to expand their vocabulary as well. They use a system of target language input. The emphasis is on the context within the sentence structure to grasp the meaning. Among the game, they also have to think about synonyms for those words. So there's another task contained within the main task. There's not much saliency contained in the vocabulary for this exercise, so it will stretch the students' vocabulary skills. But I say the emphasis really is on context for exercise number 1. I move on to worksheet 6. It was chosen as a card match exercise. It requires fast-paced teamwork. It really assists, I feel, the students to associate vocabulary with commonly used picture symbols. In this case, it's weather symbols that you'll see on the news internationally. They've got to associate the English words with the appropriate weather symbol. I think it's both motivating and engaging for the groups, and there's a lot of interaction. Now I'm moving down from worksheet 6 to worksheet 9. This was very interesting. This worked both in the EU and the Czech Republic and among Matheum 6 students in some of the schools I've been in. It's a sentence formation exercise. It's one of my favourites. It is one of my students' favourites. It calls them to ask each other questions to receive the correct answers. So they work in pairs. The main text, if you can see it there, it's worksheet 9, is read for the comprehension, maybe several times, and then there's some pre-teaching of keywords, and then each of them gets, student A gets a sheet, student B gets a sheet. There's some missing words, missing variables. They have to ask each other questions in order to get the appropriate answers. They each have the answers for each other. So it's a question formation exercise. It helps for the teacher to circulate, to monitor, to make sure they understand, to prompt the questions. I found it from experience, if I prompted the first question, then the rest followed. They actually enjoyed this exercise. It was very enjoyable. Good for understanding the meaning of key vocabulary. The students' successful completion of the task, as well as the forming and vocalizing of the needed questions, makes this a very good activation device, and also a true achievement test, I'd say. So just to sum up those 3 worksheets, I think that they can be utilised to revise key vocabulary in order for students to commit that vocabulary to long-term memory. I feel that there's opportunity while the teacher circulates and monitors to gauge the students' progress and to get some valuable accurate feedback, and to help and to assist as the teacher goes along. I feel that these worksheets are great for motivating the students' vocabulary acquisition, and I just say that there's a need for familiarity and usage of a substantial bank of vocabulary within learning English. These worksheets will give them that understanding, will give them that realization, as it also revises and expands the vocabulary. Well, that's all I have for now, and thanks very much, Hermanta, for all your great help, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.